All right, I'm going to speak into this thing. What's up, everybody? My name is D'Vontay Friga. I'm here with Kolton Mitchell, and I'm here with Joe. Hey, say what's up, Joe.
What's up, Joe?
Yeah, knew that was coming. Yo, guys, if you didn't watch the last two videos, we're doing all of the videos you last seen for the last 2 or 3 days in the same day. We're just obviously publishing them in different days. Kolton plays Division I basketball at the University of Massachusetts. I used to play Division III basketball at the University of Mount Union in Ohio. So we're going to ask some of the questions that you guys asked me on Instagram. If you don't follow me there, follow it right here on the screen, and then also go ahead and give Kolton a follow, and then follow Joe as well. Joe's going to be asking us the questions that you guys sent in. Just to start off, there's a huge misconception with the difference between Division I, Division II, Division III, and JUCO, all of the levels for college basketball. If you just go straight off the dome, everybody knows Division I basketball players are better, they have a better chance, stereotypically, right? So I guess throughout my 4 years of college, more so from sophomore year to senior year, I dedicated my life to creating a vlog channel on YouTube, documenting my life as a Division III basketball player, and a lot of people got to see that some things that we have, I guess, weren't expected. You would more so see the things that we got at the Division III level, but at the Division I level, when I say that, because it kind of sounded a little confusing, like we got a whole bunch of gear, we had some nice locker rooms. I would say a lot of people look down on Division III athletes, and I was trying to show that you shouldn't. Also, talk to a lot of Division I and Division II athletes, and yeah, I mean, they have more, it's obvious too, but it's not really about getting more stuff and having more things. It's more so the extra 4 years to play for me, and then for some of the lucky guys go on to play professional. More Division I players obviously play in the NBA, but for me, I'll be playing professional basketball overseas next year, and then Kolton's going to try and make his way to the NBA too. I mean, so we're here, we're going to answer some questions for you guys. Do you have anything to say? I'm not going to hand this to you, I'm going to hold it here, but
you basically covered it all. There's no real difference other than everyone's just playing the game they love at whatever level they can. Majority of the guys at the D3, D2 level can play D1, but they had to go like a JUCO route, or they just didn't want to. My sister, one of my sisters, had the opportunity to play at Louisville as a walk-on, and she just chose to go D3. She had the skill, she just really didn't want to.
I mean, if you guys watch any of my game day vlogs, also Logan Hill, number 41 on my team, he played Division I basketball at Toledo and then transferred Division III. It was more so about, you know, playing time, and just he didn't really have like the family feel, and you know, he wanted to play basketball again. And I mean, if you ask me, I would say, you just throw something at me. I would say a lot of it has to do with development. Freshman and sophomore Division I basketball players are like senior and advanced Division III basketball players, and that's just from experience. But I mean, that's what I would say off the top. But all right, Joe, you want to give us the first question?
How are you?
Doing good. How are you?
Good.
All right, next question.
What kind of gear do you get, and do you get more free gear than D3?
All right, so I guess you can answer.
We do get a lot of gear, at least 10 plus long sleeves, same for short sleeves, shorts. We have like 3 different team travel suits. We all get a team issued backpack, shoes whenever we want, pretty much. I need like mine will break, and I'll look at our ops guy and I'll be like, yo, all right, I'll go get you a pair, or order you a pair. But obviously we're not gonna take advantage of it and run through it. But yeah, we pretty much get whatever we want. We're spoiled, basically. We're like a middle child.
That's fair. For me, you know, we don't get everything we want. We actually work off of a budget when I was at Division III. So we would hold summer camps and things like that. We would raise our money that we would then use, obviously, throughout the year. So when we had team meals or we got travel gear, we had one travel. You guys had 3? You had 3 different sets? We have 1. You get team issued book bags. Yeah. We got book bags my sophomore year, and it had to last me until my senior year. And then, you know, shoes, obviously, but we don't get endless shoes. We get kind of a budget for them. And then for clothing and gear, we probably get maybe like 3, 4, 5 t-shirts throughout the year. But I mean, other than that, nothing crazy. Yeah, I mean, big difference between the gear. The gear is a great question. There were so many gear questions, but yeah, that's a...
What's the daily schedule like of a D1 versus D3 player?
Go through like your school and practice one, and then go through your game day one.
For school, normally we can wake up in the morning and get shots with the coach. They typically get there from 8 to 9. Some of my classes though start at like 8:15, so I don't have that luxury. So I wake up, obviously take a shower, brush my teeth, the essentials, go to my first class 8:15, and then I'm in class all the way up until like 12:05 probably, and then I go to the gym, get some extra shots up, and then practice is reserved for 3 to 6, but we only end up practicing like 2 hours because of the NCAA regulations. We never really go over it, or if we do, it's cut from the next practice. After that, we have like unlimited dining dollars, so we can eat whenever, wherever we want, and we have the #1 dining campus in America actually, so it's good eats, stir fry, anything you could want, and then it's basically sleep, repeat. And then for game days, it depends on what time the game is. If the game's at 7, it's basically the same routine, except we get to the gym probably like 3 hours earlier and start getting our mind right, go through our drills, get some shots up an hour before the game, and then we start to warm up exactly once it's 60. If it's in the afternoon, we don't have to go to any of our classes that day. And then it's the same thing if it's at like 2, we have to get there around 10, 11, start our routine, and then repeat.
I assume, like, just when I heard the question, I assumed this would be the one that was the most similar. I mean, it's basically the exact same thing for us. If our game's in the afternoon, we don't have to go to our afternoon classes. That was one that stuck out to me. Our coaches offered a time to meet with us to work out in the morning before our classes, but obviously if you have class, you go to class. But basically, I mean, same exact thing for me. The only thing I would say is we got an hour and a half to warm up. I don't know if you said 60 minutes to warm up?
We have the court for like 3 hours.
I'm talking about for game day.
Oh, for game day?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's open for about 3 hours. Sometimes our turnover crew, because we have a really good hockey team,
Yeah.
if they have the ice down, it might not be available 3 hours before, but typically it's 3 hours before. You can come get shots up, both teams, so it's even and fair. But we actually start to warm up with about an hour.
Okay. Joe?
Is the difference skill or size?
That's a good question.
It can be. I mean, I'm like, what, 6'3" and a point guard? What's your point guard at a D3 level?
Nathan says he's 6 foot. I don't know, Nathan's good though. Nathan could play at a like high up Division I school, in my opinion. We'll say 5'11".
I think it's just frame and size, to be honest. I mean, if I had my skill, I probably wouldn't be or if I didn't have my size, height, I don't know if I'd be at the D1 level necessarily. Probably because of my work ethic and effort, but other than that, it's got to be size.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, if you look at 10 Division I players from like Oregon, and then you take like Mount Union where I played, and you put 10 of us here, they're gonna skyrocket us. So you could definitely be like, yeah, Division I is size and is stature and everything like that. But I mean, at the end of the day, it comes down to how good are you at playing basketball, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Because I mean, I know guys that are playing Division I level that are like 5'10", 5'9". I mean, like it can come down to like size and skill, but I think at the end of the day, it's just like how good are you?
Because one of my friends, Christian, he plays for Akron. He got MAC Player of the Year.
Yeah.
He's 5. I'll give you 5'7". No, I'll give you 5'8". He's a killer. He's a dog.
All right, Joe.
This is a reoccurring theme. Can I get a free shirt?
No.
Okay. What are the different expectations? Do you feel more pressure to play well at the D1 versus D3 level?
That's tough. These ones are tough because it's hard for me to answer Division I. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard for us to compare because we've only played at one level. You know? Do you feel pressure since you're a Division I basketball player and you probably play in like big arenas and things like that? Is there
Right.
pressure?
Yeah, you can, especially if you're like good player or average. Like you gotta stay tight. Like you gotta keep everything tight. Your shot. If you don't produce, you're not gonna play. They're gonna recruit someone over you.
A lot of people forget that like once you get past high school, basketball becomes a business. You know what I mean? Like basketball's a business. These coaches this is their job, what they do for a living to support their family. You know. So like you said, if you're not good and you're feeling that pressure and you start sucking, they're gonna recruit somebody that's gonna help them make money. Because you know if they can have a really good team, they're gonna progress. They're gonna win championships and they're gonna move on. You want to progress no matter what your job is. As a Division III basketball player, I don't know if I felt like too much pressure. Somebody said in an interview that nerves mean you care. I mean, of course, for big games, I'd get nervous and stuff like that, but it was never like a second guess or like another thought that we were gonna lose. So I guess comparing it to Division I, like if I went into a Division I game and I had to suit up and play for like Duke or Umass, you know what I mean? Like we know what that school is. If I had to play in like a big arena and stuff, I mean, I'd probably feel a little nervous too. But Joe.
How important is environment?
The environment's important, I guess. Like, if you have a home crowd, you can definitely feel like every single fan's energy. If you don't, it sucks. We had a couple games this year where we really didn't have people there. That was more towards the beginning when people were used to us not being as good. But once they saw we got off to a 5-0 start, everyone started to hop on the bandwagon. We were starting to get like 5,000 people in our arena when it holds like 10. So next year, with our team being good and us being hopefully at the top of the conference, we should see our arena packed, and yeah, it's just gonna be electric. It's gonna be fun to watch.
Man, environment's huge for me. Like you said, if we're going off of the fan thing, it's really important for us because what I played in the Ohio Athletic Conference. There's a lot of Division III schools that play around state to state, but we were all Ohio teams. So no matter what game it was, the other team was gonna have a crowd regardless. So environment's huge for us, you know, because we had games where we were sold out towards the end of the year. Like they got crazy for us. I mean, maybe like if you went there, you wouldn't think it was as jumping because you just talked about numbers like 5,000, but I think we only did we seat 4,000 or 5,000? All right, well, yeah, I mean, we sold out one of the last two games. Like it was it was jumping, right? Yeah, there was people standing by the doors, but like if you're talking about environment in general, like I said, Logan Hill, he transferred from Toledo because he didn't like feel as if and not to bash Toledo because I'm not a hooper there or anything, and like I have no ties to anybody there, but I mean, he transferred to somewhere where he felt like he had a family, and I think no matter what, and being a part of a team, like even for us, you know what I mean, we feel like we're a family too. We're brothers. Why are you flicking me off? Whether you're in the locker room or you're out on the court environment. Hello, Joe. Anything to say, Joe? How's the environment for you?
Pretty good. Nobody cares about the difference. Tell us how to get better.
I don't know, stay in the gym.
Yeah, reps, repetition. Like, I didn't have a shot last year. I shot 0-3. This whole summer, I'm just making 500 makes a day. Like, that's my goal. So next year, I'm trying to come back and not necessarily maybe be a shooter, but I'm going to be able to shoot the ball. No one's going to be able to back off me and just let me shoot.
100%. Stay in the gym. If you want to get better, get back in the gym.
How do you get treated by professors?
Oh, yeah, I'm interested in this question.
You want me to answer honestly?
Yeah.
A lot of my professors, I'm a kinesiology major.
What is that? Is that like...
You can't just slip that in there. You gotta explain this.
Is that like...
Kinesthetic?
Kinesiology.
Can you explain?
It's the movement of the body.
Oh, okay.
So like sports medicine.
Okay. Anyway.
They all...
Yeah, I study basketball. And YouTube.
What I did in the beginning of the year is I introduced myself to all the professors and told them like who I was. They're like, oh yeah, you're on the basketball team. They don't necessarily treat us a certain way. I mean, they do. Like if I'm on the road and I need an extension, they'll give it to me like willingly, no questions asked. But if you're just being lazy, they'll write that off. There's a couple times when I just really couldn't get stuff done because I'm taking chemistry, like calculus, physics, English. Like it's a lot. You can get treated differently because of the workload you're asked of, but there's no true favoritism. And our tutors don't do our homework. That's a misconception because I asked my tutor to do, I hope she's not watching this. I tell my tutor to help me with something. She will watch me do it. I'll ask her if it's correct, and then she'll say, I don't know, let's see. I'll click it, it'll say incorrect.
She's trying to screw you over.
And then she'll say, we're so silly. No, you're silly.
I'm interested, and I mean no disrespect by this at all, but like I'm interested in like people like Zion, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like when he was at Duke, you think education even mattered or no?
There's no way. I know a couple players that are D1 that are dumb as a bag of rocks, you know, and get by and is eligible.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I mean, like for us, we have to, like for us, in order to be recruited at the Division III level, you have to get into the school first. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I mean heavily recruited. Like coaches can still come and watch you play and be like, "Yo, we're interested." Will you take the test, basically, or send your grades and send your ACT and stuff, and then they start recruiting you more. But like for me at the Division III level, I got treated more weird with my I got treated more weird with my teachers, more from the YouTube channel, less than not so much basketball, more the YouTube channel, because like I know my music professor, I'm in like an arts advocacy class, like she gave me the longest extension on an autobiography or something like that. I still haven't turned it in, and it was due in January, but like I emailed her about it the other day because we're still in school. Right. I still have to finish online right now, but like I'll be honest, like I don't think I get treated differently because I'm an athlete. I don't think that's how it happens. But yeah, next one, Joe. Are you going pro? Are you going pro?
I'm going to go pro somewhere, yeah.
Me too. I'm going to go pro.
Where?
Where?
Hopefully the NBA.
If you could pick, where would you go?
I would probably pick
what team?
The New Orleans Pelicans or the Heat. Yeah, definitely. Somewhere local-ish.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know where I'm going pro yet. I have a couple offers overseas. Don't know yet. I'm still going to get my highlight together and send it out a whole bunch like that because actually his dad's going to help me a little bit with it.
All right, so if you could play for one NBA team, who would you pick? You.
I might mess with the Heat. The Lakers, or the Cavs. Cavs are home for me. Heat feels like home. I just love Florida. And LA, I'm just trying to hoop with LeBron.
What's the best shoe to hoop in?
Oh. I'm going to go LeBron 16.
I'm going low Kobe's.
And we're both wearing what we're talking about right now.
I'm 11 and I'm 6 feet.
This cannot even end well.
I'm scarred not to grow up. How do I get better?
You scared?
SCARD.
Scared.
No, scared.
He forgot the E. Anyway.
What's the competition difference and how do you make it to the next level?
I would say the speed of the game. I mean, like personally, like going from high school to college, I was just like, damn. And I mean, now we have a shot clock. I'm pretty sure high schools in the west coast of the United States have a shot clock, but like for us on the east coast, like we didn't have a shot clock. I know that messed it up, but every single person that is in college, for the most part, can play basketball. And like the game speed is ridiculous.
Yeah, the speed, I would say the same thing because my first college game, I got in, it was like after 3 minutes I was gassed, and I was looking at the other freshmen just asking them like, you tired too? Like I'm dead and I can run for days. Like I'm like the Energizer Bunny, I just don't stop. It's definitely the speed.
What is the most difficult team you've ever played?
I'm gonna say either Dayton, Virginia was tough this year, Rutgers was really good.
Who's the best player you've ever played against? Because you played against NBA guys. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
I played against Dennis Smith Jr. That was my toughest one.
I would probably say Christian's really good.
Christian who?
Jackson at Akron. Obi Top, really good. Obviously, he's going to be a top draft pick. Josh Jackson's in the league, and then DeAndre Ayton.
I mean, you guys wouldn't really know. Division III, like if I said Wilmington, like it would be like, he said Virginia, you know, it clicked for everybody, but fucking Wilmington, Ohio. Wilmington is the toughest team that I've played against in my conference. Outside of the conference, I can't really, probably Wilmington College. They just recruit like 6'2", 6'3", 6'4" guards, and they just want to go at it and they're scrappy and they press the whole game.
How important is schoolwork?
It's very important, at least for, I mean, like I said, we're going to talk about this for both, but if we don't keep up on our school, we are ineligible, you know what I mean? And that's just what it is. And our coaches, I wouldn't say on our ass, except for Mike Gregg. You guys, if you watch the vlog, you know who Mike Gregg is. If you watch the game day vlogs, he was always on our ass with grades.
It's the same for us. I mean, we're student athletes. Student obviously comes first. If we don't get the grades, we can't play. Our coaches have an academic meeting every Monday. I wake up this morning to text saying good job on my chem exam, so like they keep track of stuff.
What are the parties like?
I mean, look,
look,
you don't have to answer this just because you're still in school and you got the reputation. I went to some parties, and now that I'm out of college, I can talk about it. They're cool at Mount. It's a small school, small area in Ohio, but like most people just ditch the party early and go to the bar and hang out there. Yeah, we went to Elon. They party over there. They party over there. Just saying.
Can I get a follow back?
No.
How much free time do you have on a daily basis?
Free time, I never really gave myself free time because if I wasn't doing basketball or school, I was doing something YouTube. But like I said, I hate free time. I always have to be doing something, and I'm like, I'm just go all the time. And that's just like how I like to live. Like I would feel at home in New York City in the middle of the day.
I'm the same way. It's either I'm hooping, I'm doing schoolwork, or I'm sleeping. There's no in between.
Hey. Question.
Who, in your opinion, is the crappiest D1 school?
That like
Statistically, this year would probably be Central Connecticut.
Have you ever faked an injury to get a call your way?
Oh, absolutely, 100%, all the time.
like super dramatic.
Oh, all the time, yeah.
You're a good actor.
Great.
Who's your favorite NBA player?
I'll say John Morant.
Really? Bro, if you get to the NBA, you're playing against him.
Yeah.
It's your matchup, bro.
Yeah, it's insane.
I would say, you know, I'm a LeBron kind of guy, but if we're going away from the whole front running type thing, but I would say I love Russell Westbrook. He's just explosive, and I just like that energy. I like the energy he has on the court, where every single game, no matter the fact that you can play 80 to 120 plus something games, I don't even know what it is, 82 game regular season and some extra games or whatever. He can go 100% every single game, and I love that.
How has this virus affected your season? What personally what did it do to you?
Yeah, that was bad. I mean, we were first game of the A10 tournament versus VCU. Is when everything really hit the day before. So I thought I was gonna wake up to a text like, "Yo, we're going back to the crib," whatever. And nothing happened. Game day still progressed. We're out there, we're warming up. 30 seconds before tip off, our coach is on the phone, and I'm like, it's odd. He never has his phone on him. He always gives it to another guy. And then he just looked at us and he was like, "Come on." I was like, "What?" The ball was literally about to go up.
Are you sick about that?
Sick, because the momentum we had coming into that game, we would have made a run in the tournament. I'm not saying necessarily we would have won it, but we would have surprised a lot of people.
I don't know if you know my story at all. At the Division III level, we had already started the March Madness for D3, right? And there were 16 teams left, Sweet 16, and we were in it already. And we had an 87-1 ratio and the top 5 voters to win the entire thing. We were supposed to cut the nets down in Atlanta, national champions. And that would have been yesterday. It is sickening. I hated that I just said that. Good question, though. I mean, this whole thing, the reason I wanted to build this court, once I said it and my dad was all in to have his guys come out here and help me, because I was just tired of feeling like this whole virus thing was just taking over everything that we could still do, and I said it in yesterday's court reveal video, but man, that sucks, man. But at the end of the day, I see more good in it than I see bad. Guys, that's going to conclude it though, man. I appreciate you coming out here. I don't think you understand on a personal level how much this helps out the channel, just being able to put Division I and stuff in there. I'm just grateful you guys are here to see this whole thing, I guess it's this whole journey. But again, thank you for coming out here. Anything to add?
Got nothing to say.
Joe? Anything to add? Oh, you're actually adding 5 + 3 is 8. Good job, Joe. Hey, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what other videos we should do. Comment below right now. We got some access to some Division 1, Division 2, and Division 3, and JUCO hoopers, and pro ballers. Anyway, stay motivated, stay positive, take it easy.